What's up, everybody? This is the D to the L to the N, the Dlnsports. This is the CASHLINE. Just wanted to hop on here with y'all, man. Chop this quick 6 game slate up. The All-Star break is over. We back at it. You know what I'm saying? I can leave that hockey alone and everything else I was getting into. But we're gonna jump right into this, man, and try to see if we can hit that withdrawal button tonight. Because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to hit that withdrawal button. I ain't just betting the batter or playing the play. I'm trying to hit that withdrawal button. But we're gonna jump right into it, y'all. And first game we're gonna talk about is New York. It's gonna be New York at Orlando. Orlando's favored by 3.5. It's projected for 215 points. On the Orlando side, we got Augustine, Fournier, Simmons, Gordon, Vucevic. On the Knicks side, we got Moutier. Yeah, Moutier. Moutier starting at point guard. He's one of my first circles of the day. We got Moutier, Lee, Hardaway, Beasley, Canner. You got Nikita and Burke and people like that coming off that bench. I think they talking like Jared Jack's gonna be out of the rotation, so they're gonna try to give some of these young boys some run. First thing I'm looking at of this game from the Knicks side is you got Canner at 7,600. You got Beasley at 7,100. Not really on them. Not really on them. Don't like them prices. You know what I mean? Don't like them prices. They can still be good plays. Canner's in a good BVP matchup and things like that. But off that Knicks side of the ball, I'm all over Emmanuel Mudiay. I'm all over Emmanuel Mudiay at 4,400 with him starting. I don't know what else he wants. He's starting. You know what I mean? This is his chance. And you know he came from up there in I believe what was it, Denver, and wasn't really getting the playing time. So in New York, Madison Square Garden, you know what I mean? We're not at home tonight because they're in Orlando, but playing for the Knicks. You know, starting point guard. This is his chance. So my first circle off them Knicks is going to be Moutier. From the Orlando side of the ball, not really liking none of them. Gordon's back at 7,400. You got Vucevic back at 7,200, and they're probably going to be on a minutes restriction. So that's going to mess that whole team up. That's going to mess that whole team up. As far as things like that, it takes Herzonia. He's off the radar now. Biombo, he's off the radar now. So on that Orlando side of the ball, not really liking nobody. But on that Knicks side of the ball, like I say, I'm all over Moutier. Moutier. You got your Hardaway and Beasley and Canner and people like that you can go to. They say Nikita and Burke going to get some minutes, but I'm going to go to Moutier and keep it moving. I'm going to go to Moutier. So my first circle and check mark of the day is going to be Emmanuel Moutier at 4,400 for the Knicks. Moving on to that next game, we're going to go to Brooklyn at Charlotte. Projected for 215. Charlotte's favored by 8. On the Charlotte side of the ball, you got Kemba, Batum, Gilchrist, Williams, Howard. You got Kaminsky and Lamb coming off of that bench. On the Brooklyn side of the ball, you got Dinwiddie, Crabbe, Carroll, AC, Allen. Now you got Harris and D'Angelo Russell coming off that bench on the cheap for 5,600. After that All-Star break, he should get a full allotment of minutes. So he's definitely in play. He's definitely in play. You got to remember, Karis LeVert and Hollis Jefferson is out. LeVert and Hollis Jefferson is out. So that puts people like Allen Crabbe in play. Another circle, another check mark. You got DeMar Carroll, who's in play for 6,100. Now, if I had to pick between the two, I'm going to go Crabbe. But they both in play. You got AC at 4,100. Not really feeling him. I know he's starting and all that, but I just don't think his upside is high enough for me. I try to play people with at least an opportunity. If they in a great game, they can go for 40 or 50. And I don't think AC is one of those dudes, but I couldn't blame you if you play him. You got Jared Allen. Now, it's surprising to say this because I don't like playing people against Dwight Howard, but Charlotte gives it up to the centers. Charlotte gives it up to the centers. So Jared Allen at 4,900 is definitely in pay. Now, if you go into the Charlotte side of the ball, you got Kemba at 8,600 in a smash spot. You always know you can attack Brooklyn pretty much anywhere. Now, they ain't been playing as bad as they usually play, but you can 8,600. That's a steep price for him, though. That's a steep price for him. And if I'm gonna play something off of Charlotte, I'm going down there to Dwight Howard at 8,400. One thing we know about Brooklyn at the center position, they gives up the booty. It's like a girl on prom night. She gives up the booty, and that's what Brooklyn does. Brooklyn gives it up, man. I think they're the worst team. I think they worst two or close to the worst team in the NBA as far as against the center position. So at 8,400, Dwight Howard, circle and check mark. He is definitely in play tonight. And like I said, you got Joe Harris been playing good, 4,300. With Levert and Jefferson out, all them boys is in play. You got to try to pick which one you going to roll with. And on that Brooklyn side of the ball, I'm going Allen Crabbe. On the Charlotte side of the ball, I'm going Dwight Howard, and I'm going to keep it moving. I'm going to keep it simple. Now, if it falls right and my money falls right at the end, where people like Joe Harris or D'Angelo Russell falls there, I'm playing them. I'm playing them. But as far as who I'm going right after up the bat is Island Crab and things like that. Now Russell's at 5,600, so he's right around the same price as Crab at 5,300. So you could play either one of them. I just choose Crab because he's starting. He's been getting the minutes and things like that. And if you look at his game log, check his game log off, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So we're going to keep it moving, and we're going to go to that next game, who is going to be Philly at Chicago, going to the Chi-Town. Philly's favorite by 7. It's projected for 213 points on the Chicago side of the ball. You got a little roster changes over here. You got Dunn, Levine, Nwaba going to be starting. Nwaba going to be starting on the cheap for 3,500. You got Markanian down there. You got Felicio. Now, they just ruled Robin Lopez out. So that even opens up Felicio, Markanian, and it opens up Bobby Porter's even more. And then on the sneak, if you're really trying to go deep and really trying to be sneaky and take a whole GPP down, you got that Vonleh coming off the bench. You got remember they got Noah Vonleh from Portland, and he coming off the bench on the cheap, and you can also play him. You got Holiday, people like that coming off the bench, but that Robin Lopez being out opens up that whole Chicago thing. Now on the other side of the so on the Chicago side of the ball, I'm going on with the cheap ones. I'm going to Waba and Felicio, and I'm gonna keep it moving because you got Dunn and Lean around this, and Levine around the same price. But which one gonna go? Which one gonna go? But I know Nwaba for 3,500, you better go. You know what I mean? And I know Felicio at 3K. I'm playing him. I'm putting him everywhere. At 3K, I mean, I feel like I can get on the court for 25, 30 minutes and get 3 rebounds and 3 assists and hopefully get a bucket. I mean, you know what I mean? So for 3K, I'm locking Felicio in. He's my circle and check mark. Also in play is Nwaba. Not as confident as I am as Felicio, but Nwaba will be in my lineups tonight. On the Philly side of the ball, you got Simmons, Reddick, Covington, Sark, Embiid, McConnell. You got to remember they got Bellinelli now. Bellinelli is going to get his minutes. So he going to eat into a little bit of Reddick, a little bit of McConnell, maybe a little bit of Simmons and things like that. Now, Simmons is at a high price. He's at 9K. He's at 9K. So you got to make a decision on that. Now we know that Chicago gives it up to the guards. They give it up to the guards. They're one of the worst in the leagues at it. So that definitely puts Ben Simmons in play. I would like Reddick and them more if Bellinelli wasn't there, but Bellinelli gonna get his minutes, so I don't like him quite as much. You got Joel Embiid down there at 9,700. Now you got to remember, just like we looking at the Chicago subs, we got to look on that other side. Who gonna stop Joel Embiid? Felicio, Vonleh, Bobby Porter's. So Joe Embiid is in play. He's in play. Circle and a check mark. You got Simmons with a circle and a check mark over there. Sark's in play. I don't like him like as much as a lot of people do, but he is definitely in play. And like I say, on the Chicago side of the ball, I'm gonna keep it simple, man. I'm going Felicio. I'm gonna have me some Nwaba and maybe a little bit of Bobby Porter's, and I'm gonna keep it moving and things like that. Next game we're gonna talk about is gonna be Washington against my boys. You know what I mean? Against my boys. We done made that trade. We look like a good team. Still don't think we're good enough to beat Golden State, but we're looking like a good team. You got Santareski, you got Beal, Porter, Morris, go top on that Washington side. And you got Oubre and people like that on Cleveland. You got Hill, J.R. Smith, Osman, James, Tristan Thompson. You got Nance, Hood, Clarkson. Now, I can't mess with too many of my Cavs, man, because it's going to be spread out so much. We got a team now, so it's going to be spread out so much. But LeBron at 11-8 is in play. I ain't going to talk about him too much. My dudes in the group get on me about playing LeBron because he a Cav and things like that, and y'all see what it is. So I ain't going to talk about him not that much, but I'll tell you this, he is in play on national TV tonight, and I'm going to leave it at that. And then on that Washington side of the wall, I would go Bradley Beal, but at 9,400, I can't pay that much for 94 for Beal. And I know they kill. I know shooting guards and small forwards kill the Cavs, but I can't pay that much. not for Bradley Beal. So out of that Cleveland game, I'm gonna keep it simple, man, and I'm going with LeBron James and things like that because I'm not sure which Cav gonna go. And on the Washington side of the ball, if I was going anywhere, it would be Porter and things like that. You got Rube coming off the bench and things like that. Next game we're gonna talk about is gonna be OKC at Sacramento. Sacramento Kings, I don't mess with them. I don't mess with them. You don't know what they're going to do. They don't play till late tonight, so we might not even have all the news on them before lock. So just keeping it honest with y'all, Fox, Hill, Jackson, Randolph, Stein, and people like that, I don't really mess with Sacramento Kings. Every time I do it, get burnt. On the LKC side, you got Westbrook. Now, Sacramento likes to slow the ball down, so but we all know Westbrook can go off at any moment. Abrinas, George, Anthony, Adams, not really on them. Not really on them too much. Projected for 214. OKC is favored by 7.5, and Westbrook is at 11.5. So that's where you got to make a decision. You know what I mean? You got to make a decision. But I'm not really liking this game too much. OKC's beat them, I think, the last 2 times pretty handily. So I'm gonna leave that alone. But moving on to that last game, y'all, is the LA Clippers at Golden State. Projected for 224 points. So you better get a piece of it. You better get a piece of it. There's a lot of points coming out of this game. You got, like I said, it's the Clippers at Golden State, projected for 224 points. They just ruled Avery Bradley out for the Clippers. So that puts Teodosic in play. That puts Austin Rivers in play. And especially it puts Lou Williams at play at 6,900. That's a cheap price for Lou Williams, especially with somebody out. So Lou Williams is definitely here in play. Circle and a check mark as far as if you want a late night hammer. You got DeAndre Jordan down there at 7,800. Going to be a good play. Going to be a good play. And they can't run him off the floor like they do a lot of centers. So on the Golden State side of the ball, you got Curry, Thompson, Durant, Green, Pachulia, and people like that. And it's the usual suspects. It's just a matter of which one gonna go. You know what I mean? So, but I'm probably in my workout, it's probably gonna go. I'm gonna take advantage of Bradley being out and get me some Sweet Lou and maybe some DeAndre Jordan. Golden State side of the ball might not mess with him as much. Maybe one here or there because you don't know which one. You know if it's not gonna be a Curry night, if it's gonna be a Durant night. Klay Thompson can go off at any moment. So I'm gonna try to take advantage of that Bradley being out and go down there and get me some Sweet Lou and maybe a little DeAndre Jordan and things like that. But man, like I said, just wanted to come on here and hop and chop this game up, this six game slate up, and wish the DFS community good luck. Shout out to the DFS community, the YouTube world, the Twitter world, the CASHLINE world. Appreciate y'all guys, man, and wish everybody good luck tonight, man. And let's get this money. Y'all know what it is. CASHLINE, baby.